Enjoy this free preview from MyOutdoorTV. With the largest library of outdoor shows, we're the home of the adventurous, the champions, the legends. MyOutdoorTV. Try us free.
Oh. He's getting up. Yes. Yes. Oh man. He's a cool deer. He's got a bunch of extras. Each and every year we make it a point to venture out west, and where we venture really depends on what tags we draw for the year. Fortunately for Sean and I, we were lucky enough to draw the same Montana mule deer tag, and we were really looking forward to sharing camp together since it had definitely been a little while. Boot scooting boogie, baby.
Let's see Sean's moves.
I don't have anything.
All right, where are we going? North Dakota. No. I don't know where we're going. I told Sean and Chandler we'll follow them. We're going to let them make the decision. I like to do this to my wife when it comes time to go to eat. You make them make the decision. Put the pressure on them, and then if it's bad, then it's their fault. But no, we're in Jamestown, North Dakota, so we're good ways there. We're gonna make the rest of the drive today. It's like 5.5 hours to get to where we're going, northeast Montana. And it's always crazy. The first trip of the year is just complete chaos, just trying to get everything buttoned up at home business-wise, and then getting all the hunting stuff together for the first trip. And so we're finally on the road. It kind of just feels good. You can kind of just have a sigh of relief. So looks like we're pulling in here to get some gasoline, and then we're going to discuss breakfast options, I guess. Very important, you know. You gotta make sure you're well fed for a good drive. We're going to scout today, and opening day is tomorrow, so I'm pumped to get out there. We have been fortunate enough to hunt several different areas of Montana and meet some really great people over the course of that time. And when we met Cody, he told us about the area that he spends most of his time chasing mule deer and the vast terrain and habitat that it offered. And not having experienced anything quite like that before, we were excited to get out there and try our hand at some public access in that area. Oh, my back hurts. Getting old. Need extra lumbar support. Hey, nice to meet you, man. How are you?
Nice putting a face with the text.
Yeah, I know it.
So long.
John, nice to meet you.
I know.
All right, Dawson. Pose by your sign. Cody, you know Mario?
What's up?
You know Mario?
No.
Like Mario and Luigi. Can I get a... Here we go!
No, we can't.
Come on!
Here we go. See, I can do it too.
Chandler's gonna make you download Mario Kart.
Got on Nintendo Switch. We're good.
Yeah, he's a 4x5. He's got like a little extra on his back left. Yeah, he looks real good walking away. It's hard to say when they're walking away like that. Get the scope on him. Yeah, his back fork's tall. Not bad for the first
20 minutes.
First $2. A forky and lots of forkies. A buck with lots of forks. On hunts like these, especially in new areas where we haven't spent much time, I always like to learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can, before diving in and getting too aggressive. With a whole week of hunting ahead of us and season just opening, we really wanted to limit the pressure that we put on these deer, and we wanted to disturb their patterns as little as possible. We just getting back and kind of grabbing all of our stuff, getting ready for the morning, but pretty good night tonight overall, really. Saw a bunch of deer, and actually the first deer we saw was a pretty good buck, so I was just chatting with Sean and Chandler. I think we're gonna head after him in the morning and see if we can get him located. If not, we're gonna bounce down south to where we saw some other deer and kind of explore down there. So good first evening scouting overall. It's tough when we don't have a vantage point. You know, you can't see down. He could be just right behind any of that tall grass or levee. Wouldn't be able to see him. That creek would be deadly for sneaking though. Just slip right around. Get between some hay bales. We decided to start where we left off, trying to glass up that buck from the night before, but lacking a vantage point in this area, we knew we'd probably have to spend some time hiking the fringes and glassing bowls that we couldn't see otherwise, and it didn't take too terribly long, and we were able to lay eyes on them. Oh yeah, I can just see the top of one's back. Looks like there's 3 of them, probably that same group we saw. That's him, Sean. Right, and let's see the saddle between those 2 hills. No, he looks nice. What do you think? Come down. Come up this saddle. We could get. We could easily get somebody back up here on this hill and snipe up right there. It's right here on this ridge. Yeah, somebody over here. Just turn it. Let's do it. Should be coming straight down. We're in position. We've made a move on the backside of this ridge, and the buck should be just over the top and then down probably 30 yards in the shade. Sean and the guys have hung back and they're kind of watching over. We got our laces loosened. We're gonna probably drop our boots here pretty quick. We got a decent steady breeze on top of this hill. So it's kind of swirling down there, but we're good now. See if we can get a close look at this guy. I see the little ones right here. This is perfect. We'll just get right here. Sit down by the sagebrush because we're running out of shadow. The big one is just dead asleep. His head's laying back. We're at 30 yards, and we're gonna kind of wait and see what happened because they were starting to get hit with some sun. So we were gonna let them just stand up. The bigger one was in a hole, so he needed to stand up for us to shoot. And when he did stand up, we could have shot him. But the little one stood up first, looked our way, kind of looked at us, turned to walk off, and kind of brushed through the sagebrush when he was doing it, and they spooked each other. They both bounded. Never gave us a shot or opportunity, so. The big one has no idea. The little one just went over the hill. The big one went up this draw, separate draw. And it looks like he's cutting back towards the hill, so we'll watch and see if he comes over. But he was solid, pretty nice deer. It's hard
hard to tell earlier when we saw him, but he's got an extra split on the back. He's got an extra point, so regardless, feels good to get a stalk underway and be 30 yards from a big mature mule deer.
Even though the first stalk didn't work out, I was far from discouraged. When it comes to spot and stalk mule deer hunting, everything has to be perfect, and more often than not, things work out in the favor of the deer. So, not having another buck located for the evening, we opted to tag along with Sean the following morning and see what we could turn up.
He's moving to get better shade. We got a good one located here. Looks like he's by himself, but I think it's the one we saw this morning come in here. But those guys, they're already over there. Holy cow, they're hiking around. They're getting close. They're gonna drop in on him. I couldn't tell. He bolted. He looks like Sean. Looked like he looked at him when he drew and then bolted. I looked at his body, I didn't see him running off. We just spotted little bucks in this other draw. Came around here and there's 3 bucks on this hill. One of them looks like a shooter. Other 2 are little. We're gonna loop around. There's not much wind, so I don't know if we may not get too close until it starts blowing. I'm gonna check and see what it says. Yeah. 9 now, but 10 and 15, so really at 11 is when it's going to really pick up. The biggest one I think is down below. They're all 3 in a row. He's the highest, and there's 2 down below him. So for you guys, just basically go back and then come over, and you'll get a way better angle of him. Yeah. We just got to where I could barely see him, because I want to show you guys. Big one got up. He was moving down. Another close call. That's spot and stalk mule deer hunting. Usually takes about a handful of them before you get the right opportunity, but that was cool. Long wait for that. I don't know what could have done differently. The bigger buck got up for some reason. I think he was switching beds, and the little buck saw us. Spooked out of there. So. We're gonna run over here and see if we can get our eyes on him. Maybe be able to get back on him. It is the 4th day of our hunt, and so far it's been just typical spot and stalk mule deer hunting. You know, you gotta find the right buck in the right spot to get them killed, and you know, we're not after one particular buck, so we don't have to be as patient. We can kind of just run around and chase them, so it's been a fun hunt so far. Got 188 pictures. We checked the camera and we got a bead on a doe and 2 fawns. They are regular. So Sean's got one bedded now, and so he's been just laying on him for several hours now. And we are going to bring them some lunch and some water and see if we can get this buck killed. So fingers crossed. So far, the deer have continued to bed in very difficult spots to access. And as so often is the case, we devise a plan after locating the deer, but once we stalk into bow range, the terrain is almost always different than it appeared from the vantage point. So this is where patience can make all the difference in the world. It is day 6 of the hunt. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty.
we were extremely optimistic after the first couple days, and then it's kind of been off and on. I mean, we've been on deer pretty much the whole time. Really can't complain too much. We were close. Sean had an opportunity last night, but man, the mornings have just been tough. The past 3 mornings have just been very, very difficult to spot deer. So Sean did find one of the big ones that we saw last night. So he's making a move on him. We're gonna go check some coulees that the deer have been using traditionally and see if they're in there. So hopefully we can get one located. If not, we'll go join the other guys and see if we can at least get one of those ones killed over there. I think we're gonna inch our way down there and check things out. See what the wind is doing. It's supposed to be slowly rotating around more out of the west. And it's not going to pick up till later this afternoon. So we did have some other bucks come over the hill, the far hillside though. So one of those deer is a shooter as well. So we got a couple options, but I think this deer's in a good spot. So I want to make sure we get down there. That way, even if we can't shoot him where he's at, if the wind switches and he gets up, we can move on quick. So we're going to slide off this hill, get to where he can't see us, and then go straight towards him. I think it was low. What was it? I couldn't get a range on him. I just had to guess. He was 70. He was probably further. Yeah, he was way farther. 85. Looked good. Just dove right underneath his legs. I couldn't let down and range him and then draw back. Too much. He was working way too quick. He got way out there fast. He was further than I thought. So. Felt good. Everything felt good. I think it just dropped right below.
After another close call, I couldn't help but think if that was my missed opportunity, and you start to wonder what you could have done differently, what mistakes you made. And nonetheless, the only way forward is to push on, and we knew there was a couple more bucks that were somewhere in that drainage. We just had to creep through slowly and spot them before they spot us.
I think he's right. I think he's on this right side. He's either on this right side or there's a cut right here. One of these two, he's right here. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. Oh yeah. There's a steep, that's where it drops. The cliff literally drops off right there. We're quite a bit above it, but we're probably only about 40 yards. It just drops right off. He's getting up. He's gonna walk straight away. Oh man. What did I just said? I started to question my spot and stalk skills. We were debating on whether to side hill and come in below him, because there's a little bit of a roll. And I was like, I think I just want to go right over the top, man. I don't know. I just feel like when you're over the top and they walk out, you're a little less likely to be spotted if you're on eye level. So he's a cool deer. He's got a bunch of extras. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it would have been impossible from down here. Too much slope. Looky who it is, right there. He was bedded right here. What an absolute beauty. Heck yeah, dude. Still in full velvet. Check out that buck. That is a great deer. We could see the other day when we stalked him, we could see the extras. He's got extra here, and then one more cheater here. So no brow tines, but awesome. Public land, Montana, velvet muley. It's been a heck of a week, man. We've had an absolute blast chasing these animals, and this country is insane. It's crazy. It's pretty diverse. We've hunted, you know, stuff more closer to ag that's a little more rolly, and then this stuff is gnarly. I don't even know what kind of rock this is, or you know what kind of formations they are, but they are gnarly. There's some absolute giant cuts, and these deer just burying them. We put the miles on, and it all paid off with a great full velvet Montana muley.
Spot and stalk mule deer hunting with a bow is exhilarating as a hunt as they make. You know, stalking into bow range of an animal that spends its entire life avoiding danger is certainly easier said than done. And over the years, it's become more and more apparent to me that no matter how skilled you are, you still have to have some luck on your side at the end of the day. Getting to experience the pursuit, you know, in a new area with new friends is really what makes it special. And with Sean still having a tag, there's much more fun to be had.
Welcome to the Sage Yoga. Here's what happens when you turn 35, 36, 30, are we 37, 37, 36.
So you get way ahead of us and then have to get the truck and come pick us up.
I'm just not in the shape that I once was.
Which one?
What do you think? What are we doing?
We got news that Sean got an arrow in one, so we're living on cloud 9.
Jalapeno hot salsa. I may be in the bush in a matter of minutes. Not bad, David. Not bad.